You're watching E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to talk some Walking Dead Season 5. Yes. And this one we're going to talk a little bit about the recent discussion regarding the first episode of Season 5, which is going to be said to be the biggest of all the seasons in terms of, I guess, maybe production and budget, or maybe some of the things they're trying to do. Now, if you remember the first episode of every season, with the exception of Season 1, that was a pilot episode. It was nearly 2 hours long. You know, Season 2 started on the highway, which I thought was an excellent scene. You remember that? They were in the highway trying to figure out how they're going to get through the traffic jam, getting supplies and stuff like that. And then next thing you know, a horde of walkers walks by, and that's when we lost Sophia. So that was a great opening episode. And then Season 3 was pretty good. It was okay. You know, it started with them going into a house and looking for goods and trying to find somewhere to bunker down. And as soon as they get there, walkers start arriving, so they take off. And then they find a prison, and they break into the prison, and then Herschel lost his leg. So, and that was a good opening episode as well. Season 4 was not as action-packed, with the exception of the Biggie Mart or whatever it was called, or it was a Big Lots knockoff. I forget the name of the store at this point, but that was a pretty good one, with the walkers falling through the ceiling for the crashed helicopter that was on the roof, and of course the reveal of the kid being sick. Again, I forget his. I mean, how could you remember? He was only in the first episode. So where this one they're saying is going to be the biggest. Now, what I'm thinking is maybe this big battle that took place at Terminus that we've all heard about at this point, maybe that's the opening scene. Maybe that's how it starts off. And that would probably be the biggest opening they've ever had, because I don't think, you know, most of their big production episodes, like the war at the prison, the 2 wars at the prison, the one with the tank and all that stuff, more so the one with the tank, because the first one was kind of shitty. Maybe that's the production level they're going to bring for the first episode, which is cool, but it's a little bit concerning, because if you're going to use most of your budget, and believe me, they don't have much of a budget. From what I understand, the owner at AMC, or whoever runs the show over there and provides people with the money they need to produce their show, I heard he's pretty cheap. So if they're going to use a good portion of their production money to kick off the first episode with the war at Terminus, and again, this is a speculation, then that doesn't leave a whole lot for the rest of the season. So assuming we're going to get a lot of traveling, which is what it sounds like, whispers in the wind, then I guess I could understand that. What other war would you get once they leave Terminus? They're pretty much on the road. There's no other indication of anywhere else they can go. Maybe they'll revisit the farm and double check it before they leave. Maybe they'll double check back at Rick's old neighborhood. Maybe they run into Morgan. Who knows? But it would make for a much different and probably a much better opening to the season. Get people fired up. And maybe it's an episode that carries over for a couple of episodes. You know, the war starts there, and it continues for a couple of episodes, maybe 1, maybe 2. And by the end of episode 3 or 4, Terminus is all done. And then you get 12 more episodes that lead Rick and his team with Abraham going towards DC. And in between all that, run into Maggie, run into Father Gabriel, possibly the Hunters. You know, maybe it's still unsure what the deal is with Terminus. I still feel they're cannibals, but I don't think they're the Hunters. I think it's kind of a prelude to the Hunters. Like, all right, you had to deal with cannibals that were smart enough to do their hunting by bringing their people in, by trapping people, where now you got to deal with a set of cannibals that are hunting you. So that would be interesting if there was a cannibal theme for the first half or the whole season leading into the team arriving at Washington, D.C. But, yeah, I'm interested now. I'm interested to see. They didn't give any detail. I'll put the link in the description for the article where I caught this. This was posted up yesterday on International Business Times. And, yeah, they don't say a whole lot. It is a legitimate story. It was an interview with Jolly Dale, who was a former production supervisor. And I guess maybe he or she, I don't know if it's a he or she, probably got a new position because it says former. So if they didn't actually work on the show anymore, I don't know how they would know this. So probably has a new position. But that was the interview. They didn't give very much, but they did say it would be the biggest opening episode of all 5 seasons of The Walking Dead. So pretty interesting. So what do you guys think? Do you think it's going to kick off with the war at Terminus? Do you think if it does kick off with the war at Terminus, it's going to carry over for a couple of episodes? Share your thoughts below. I'm interested to see what they're going to be doing. I can't think of anything bigger than opening up with a war. I mean, they're trapped in the container. There's no walkers around for the time being, but we do know that based on the set and the filming that walkers were present at Terminus at some point. So we'll have to see. I mean, look, it's June 17th. We're not too far away from Comic-Con, which means that a trailer is going to be coming. And then usually from the point the trailer shows all the way until the premiere, it's all Walking Dead. People are going nuts. Everybody's getting fired up, amped up. You'll start seeing me kick out more videos, especially death predictions and predictions of things that can happen. The kind of things that you guys have been requesting of me for a while. But again, I just like to kind of ease into those kinds of things. I want to make sure that casting is done. I want to make sure that a good portion of the production is done, and I definitely like to see the trailer before I make any attempts at predicting anything. But anyway, that's it for this video. This is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Don't forget to subscribe and join the Nation Facebook page.